firstly apologise for my surroundings as I'm on holiday at the moment, and it's pretty difficult to find anywhere quiet to film this because I'm in a hostel, but hopefully the content of what I say is more important than that. If there were no limits, I would change so many things about politics today, but as I've only got 2 minutes, I'll have to concentrate on the things that I think are more important. I don't think there's a very good representation of people in the Houses of Parliament. I don't think it's a good representation of our general public. I think there's just a small handful, an elite of people who've been chosen to have these jobs, and that's not a real democracy in my opinion. I think that there should be young people, old people, rich people, poor people, male and female, all people from all walks of life should be representing us in the Houses of Parliament. They should be speaking to us in a language that we understand and not baffling us with lies and with language that we can't comprehend. They should be speaking to us like people, and we deserve not to be lied to. We deserve to be spoken to as in a language that we understand because they're working for us. I think they forget that from time to time. As it stands, the people who run the country, they bear no resemblance to ordinary people, and how can they possibly empathise with us when they come from such a different background, and how can we possibly empathise with them? They're not a voice of us, they're not our voice. We have no voice in Parliament as it stands, and that needs to change. I think also there's a big surge of career politicians who just want to be there because it's a job and because it benefits their own ends, not because they care about people and not because they care about changing the world and not because they care about getting their opinions heard, which is another thing that politicians generally tend to skirt around, their actual opinion, because they don't want to offend anyone. If they're passionate about something, they should say what they actually think and not say, oh, well, it's this, it's that, because it might offend somebody. That's wrong. If you've got an opinion, you stand by it and you're passionate about it, and people will respect you far more for doing so. Secondly, I think that I would get people to vote, because it's pretty simple really, getting people to vote and getting young people engaged in politics. I wasn't very engaged in politics until recently. I sent a letter to Ed Miliband about the state of things and about the things that I wanted to change in the world, and that he phoned me, and that sort of springboarded me to get involved because somebody had taken the time in politics to not ignore me and give me an answer and give me a straight answer to my questions, and that made me feel like there was a point in voting, there was a point in being passionate about politics. And so I think it's simple how you get other young people involved. You speak to them in a language they understand, you make sure that they feel comfortable, you make sure that they feel like they've got a bridge between the Houses of Parliament and them, and in a language they understand. It's easy, in my opinion. I think that I would make sure this programme works because I'm really passionate about it. I'm really, really passionate about it. It's really close to my heart. It always has been close to my heart. The fact that our country has a youth that is so disengaged with politics, something that's so important to their lives, and they don't care. They don't care about it. They care more about the X Factor. They care more about what clothes they're wearing than who's running their country and how this is going to change their lives. And it's so wrong. It's really wrong. So I think that I would see this through to the end, and I would make sure that it was successful. And I don't know, I wouldn't do, I'd do all I could in my power to make it successful because I'm so passionate about it. And yeah, again, I'm really sorry about the surroundings and the fact that you probably can't hear me very well in the bathroom. But I'd really like the opportunity to speak more about this.
All right.